Remember, everybody bounce.
Hello and welcome to Critical Questions, the antidote to lockdown boredom. I've trawled the internet for the best, worst, most interesting and ridiculous dumb questions I can find. Stop bouncing, it's not professional. And with any luck, my guests will be able to answer all of them.
Bounce, Dave.
Today we have got
Everybody
with
do
us...
this.
Badger, you're not doing
Badger,
it.
you're not doing it.
Hang on, the deer will come in a minute. He can bounce.
Today we have got with us Jen.
Hi.
We've got Beth.
Hi, everybody.
We've got BadTemperedBadger.
Yep.
We've got Intellectual Iconoclasm.
Howdy, y'all.
And we've got Jeff.
Oi, oi.
And I'm having the piss taken out of me
The other
already by
one's
noting.
eye.
Yeah, what do we call you?
Oi, oi.
That
No.
works.
It just sounds like I'm being affirmative.
Just call me Ike.
Ike.
Ike works. Yep.
I was just gonna call him Int.
Then he'd need to be declared. Right.
Stick with eye.
Ike works.
Nerdy's already starting in the chat.
He is.
Oh, it doesn't
And I want
take
to know
long.
why he hasn't joined yet.
He wakes up starting.
Just going to say, Ike, you do realise by coming on this stream, you may have just inadvertently put yourself in the middle of some fan fiction that might be coming up. So,
Coming. So be careful with that language there, Jeff.
yeah.
Right. The first question. Which isn't connecting. Right. 521. Would you rather lose the ability to lie or to believe everything you're told?
I already have the second problem.
Well, I don't really lie, so I'll take number one because I don't like to lie. So
You
That's
don't
totally-
think there are
that's my
times
answer
when
on
the
that.
ability is useful?
There are times when the ability.
well, you can avoid speaking the truth and not be lying. Just don't speak the truth.
Well, you just don't speak at all. So, I will not answer that question on the grounds I might
Just
piss
avoid it.
someone.
Well, you could end up like that Jim Carrey in Liar Liar, couldn't you? You know, and when he comes out of the elevator and he's like, "It was me."
I would say I've already experienced excessive credulity in life, so I'll lose the ability to lie.
I think,
Yeah,
if you lose the ability to lie, though, you'll get in some stupid situations.
No idea. Don't want to be gullible. Being gullible is ridiculous.
If you lose the ability to lie, you'll find yourself in some stupid situations. Like,
You'll
did
find
you?
if you believe everything somebody tells you.
Yeah, both of them get you in stupid situations, but the lying one, did you murder this person? I'm not going to answer that question on the grounds that I did.
Stop you from murdering someone, Badger.
No, that's not going to stop me.
It's not going to stop you.
Sir Mix-a-Lot would save my life. Hey, sweetie, do these pants make my ass look big? Yes, and I like big butts, but I cannot lie.
I'm gonna go with the first one. So.
Here's the first one. Sammy says, does writing fiction count as lying? No, I think there's got to be the intent to deceive.
So, like Disney's doing with Star Wars.
Wait there. I have to check the time. How long have we been live? About 2 minutes?
To be fair,
And already.
To be fair, Dave, I was ripping him about it before we went on air. So.
If you convince yourself that something is true, then it's no longer a lie, is it?
Yes, it bloody well is. You just lied to yourself.
For the purposes of this question, are lies objectively obvious or based on objective truth, or your subjective opinion of the truth?
Objective universal truth.
That'd really be kind of cool because you can find out what the truth of the universe is by attempting to lie.
Yes.
You won't
Yeah,
be
I'll
able to-
take that one. And then I can become the wise oracle of the woods and people can ask me stuff.
Yeah, but so could everyone else.
You wouldn't be able to use the whole my truth thing anymore, so, you know.
Mm.
Yeah, somebody comes up and asks you, is there a God? And you can say no to them. Yeah, definitely.
Exactly.
If you say yes, well, obviously there is one. If they go, is it my God? You can go, no. No,
Yes,
get really
sir.
pissed.
Yeah,
Yes, Francie, I am.
I'm not interested in falling for everything somebody says to me. I'm good.
There we go. Grumpy says, am I lying when I say I am God? Because he's called Grumpy Old Dude.
That depends on your... I suppose it would depend on your intent when you ask the question. If the person who can't lie cannot lie objectively.
He can't lie objectively, but if he could certainly answer within his meaning, within his understanding. Is he being deceitful if he knows what the person means? Probably.
I think you might end up just involuntarily spouting caveats.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think that's a problem with an awful lot of these hypotheticals we come across.
Because, I mean, you can use English to your advantage, so technically you're not lying. You can do a fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah. Right. Next question.
I'm kind of amazed Luke wasn't made any more pissed off at him about, to be honest.
Question 522. What should we do with the drunken sailor, both early in the morning and later in the day?
I will answer this question with the answer that a lot of kids that were going through this song as like a learning exercise came up with, which is feed him to the sharks and then eat the sharks.
Is that cannibalism?
No, because the sailor has fed the sharks, so the sharks are you're eating shark.
But what constitutes the shark now includes a human.
Yeah,
right,
but
because you are what you eat. So if the shark eats a human, then you're eating human.
That definition, you're
yeah,
eating
but
shit.
also you become
Yeah.
shark then.
I would disagree. If you're eating another homo, then obviously you're eating another human. But if you're eating a shark that ate another human, as long as you're not eating the stomach or the bowel tract, you're not eating another human.
I think enough of it's been broken down into nutrients.
Well, also, if you feed him to the shark and then kill the shark within so many hours afterwards, he hasn't digested it yet anyway. So, I mean, how long does a shark take to digest its food? So if you kill it right away, I mean, you're going to find a body in there, but the meat won't be tainted.
You'll find bits of a body because sharks don't swallow you whole. They kind of
Well,
Nerdy asks,
they take chunks.
they could do.
Coronavirus.
that's obvious.
Nerdy says, who is the sailor? No idea who the sailor is. We just found him behind the dumpster pissed.
Can I not just shave his belly with a rusty razor?
Yes?
What the fuck?
What kind of sailors do you hang around?
Hairy
Put him
ones.
in the boiler room and make him sweat it out.
Why put a long bait until they sober? I mean, that's got to be way more dangerous than just shoving them below deck and waiting until they can sober up.
You don't think I keel haul him? Repeatedly. He'll sober up. Or drown.
To be fair, I think keel hauling might be appropriate.
Smacking in the head until he's sober, smacking in the
Not
Put him in-
only
I'm in
has
bed with
he,
the captain's daughter. Yeah.
not only is he drunk on duty, he's also drunk everybody else's grog rations. So yeah, fucking
Yeah.
keel haul him.
I'd like Spooky's comment. I hear some of the panel already eat semen.
Oh dear.
Put him in the barrel.
Only two of you. I'm not on that list.
I don't know who's on the list.
To use another sort of nautical you take something from another nautical-based song. How about stuff his ass with broken glass so he can circumcise the skipper?
That's horrible.
That's
heard that
dark.
Wow.
Dark, that one.
Look up Sex Pistols friggin' in the rigging.
Friggin' in the rigging. Nerdy says,
If you put the broken glass up there, then he could do the General Grievous quote as well. When the captain goes for him, he can just look around and go, "Did you really think I would leave the hyperdrive unguarded?"
Damn it! It's downstairs. It's just what happens to be downstairs right now. I've got a book downstairs somewhere of naval slang, so it should be coming very handy for this.
Oh god. Jones says, put him in the bilge and make him drink it. And Nerdy says, does he have any information pertaining to the location of hidden treasure?
He's a sailor, not a pirate.
No.
Well,
All
pirates
sailors, I mean, I think someone thinks all sailors are pirates.
Put him in the longboat, make him baler. This all,
It's just classic.
Yeah.
Well, if we're shark fishing, gaff him, throw him off the stern with a, gaffed, and then tow the sharks behind you for a couple of days. Make sure that you're not eating human anymore.
Yeah.
I think the longer you tow them, the more likely to be eating human you are, because they'll have digested the human more, and they will then be made up of the constituent parts.
But are digested hydrolyzed proteins still the original constituent human being?
I think that depends on how pedantic you are.
We're very pedantic
Well,
here.
by that argument, are we breathing other human beings right now?
Yes.
We're technically breathing Marilyn Monroe's piss.
Yep.
Pinky.
You can shake his head and play him like bongos.
Nerdy says, is he a sexy sailor?
This sailor's going to end up in that fucking book, isn't he?
Right. Next question, I think.
Yep.
I was having fun with that question.
I expected that question to last about 30 seconds.
I could have just broken out into friggin' in the rigging, to be honest,
Nerdy did add friggin' in the rigging because there's fuck all else to do.
Yeah.
Get in the rigging.
It was on the good ship Venus, where Christ you should have seen us. The figurehead was a whore in bed and the master massive penis.
Right.
Wow.
Next question.
Moving on.
Question 523. Is it possible for zoos to be open to the public and ethical?
Wait, say that again?
I don't
Is it
see why not.
Is it possible for zoos to be open to the public and ethical?
I thought that Zeus was already open to shagging everyone in the public.
Yeah, it sounded like you said Zeus originally.
My audio is being
but
screwed.
it can't be ethical because according to modern. Sorry.
Sorry.
What?
That's okay.
Sorry.
I was going to say it can't be ethical because Zeus is, the most powerful person you can put into the position of seducing a subordinate.
Anyway, talking about zoos, yes, of course it is, as long as you have an ethical treatment of the animals within the zoo. If you've got the right
Can you have ethical habitats for them that allows them to be viewed?
Yes, I think
I
you
think
can.
that depends on the animal.
Yes, it does. But it would mean making zoos out of less interesting animals as well.
I mean, I think we mentioned something about this. I can't remember if it was on here the other day or something about because there's certainly a zoo not far from me which is run very, very well. Lots of sort of open space and stuff, and is based more around conservation than being an attraction in a lot of senses. But yeah, I can remember the bad old ones. Like there used to be one in my city where the chimpanzee used to smoke 40 cigarettes a day, which I don't think falls under ethical. Just going to take a punt at that, you know.
I thought chimpanzee was into
it. Chimpanzee gets a choice.
Well, nobody was forcing him to smoke the cigarettes, were they?
Jones says...
Nobody's forcing me, but I'm fucking addicted to it. I don't think putting a chip on like nicotine patches is going to work.
Just out of interest, do your keepers make you shave your entire body every day?
Who?
Jeff.
I'm not going to dignify that with a response.
Okay, I think it is possible, but it depends on the animal, and two, it really depends on what you do with the proceeds.
But does it? I don't think the proceeds are necessarily relevant.
I disagree,
Okay,
because the most ethical zoos around the world are considered such because they treat their animals well, and they reinvest huge portions of their profits and their grants into animal captive breeding and captive release. For example, the cheetah exists today because of those programs. So as shitty as it is to have cheetahs in tiny enclosures here in the States or anywhere else, we're helping get them back on the safari where they belong.
Yeah.
I'll also
change it anyway. It's
my point is
also prove scientifically that it does matter where the funds go. Imagine a zoo that everyone agrees is completely ethical in terms of how it treats its animals, but all the proceeds go to smuggling drugs.
Then that would be unethical by that very nature.
You see, I've proved it.
But I don't necessarily think you could blame the zoo for that. The whole process would be unethical.
Well, you know, there are zoos out there that actually, like, okay, take for instance, Busch Gardens in Virginia. They have it's a theme park, but they have animals there they've saved. They have like 40 or 50 eagles that can't fly and would die out in the wild. So they have saved these animals that can't survive in the wild, and created a zoo within the theme park doing that. So I think that's ethical because they would all die out there anyways.
So Busch Gardens in Virginia now.
They're saving lives, not trapping them to make a exhibit.
Agreed.
So Busch Gardens in Virginia now as well. I knew there was one in Florida.
Honey, that's where it started.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's where Busch Gardens started. It's paid for by. It was originally paid for and sponsored by Anheuser-Busch.
Yeah.
Like Budweiser.
I've been to the one in Florida. That's the only one I knew existed. So.
The only thing they have there that I know of that it was never hurt or endangered is the Clydesdales. They keep some of them there to exhibit them, but they have this huge open field they run in, and it's a huge property. Like they have plenty of room to roam.
Yeah. Well, we've had sort of zoos that I think more or less ended up getting replaced with them in theme parks. Although like there was a big zoo called Chessington that sort of became that became more of a theme park, and the Windsor Safari Park's become bloody Legoland. So you know.
But no, it's next to Legoland, isn't it?
Not Fort Windsor are gone.
There's definitely two attractions there. I recall driving up. There are signposts to two attractions.
Okay.
But I've never been to anything other than Legoland there, so I can't remember what the other one is.
I went to Legoland.
Certainly Chessington, I think, still has some animals, or it did last time I went, which was a long time ago. But that was a zoo that was turned into a sort of more of a theme park.
I went to a Legoland when the Phantom Menace was released. Everyone was trying to rebuild the Queen's ship's hyperdrive out of Lego.
Mm.
You may have been
Why?
to Legoland at a similar sort of time to it than me.
I would like to make a case that Lego Star Wars should be canon.
I would like to make a case that I should come over and slap you.
Right, wait
Damn
there.
it, Jeff.
What you continue to talk about, should Lego Star Wars be canon?
No.
There we go.
Go We do not have a topic for debate. Do not add it to the list. Under no circumstances does any Star Wars get added to the list, Lego or otherwise.
Dave, you're fucking moderating this.
Right.
Really,
Move
though?
on.
No, Jones says, yes, when they're about preserving animals that would otherwise have gone extinct. And then he says, when I put it like I did at the time, no. Seraphim says,
Dave.
what?
You can't say what Jones says when what Jones says is a question, and then you just say the answer but don't read the question.
I didn't read, there wasn't a question. She's got a question later on.
Okay, fair enough.
Seraphim says, from people who kept them as pets and cannot survive in the wild. Sammy says, as long as the animals are free to eat the public.
Yep.
I like that one.
Nobody
Nerdy
would
says,
say that.
no, that was Sammy.
Or they can be used to make shitty Netflix docu-drama series.
You like
Public
Meerkat
or the
Mansion
animals?
too?
Yeah. No, Carol fucking Baskin.
Nerdy suggests shaved badger. Not sure how that's relevant. Seraphim says, is this a zoo with Jeff and Badger? Say again?
It's where he's up to in his book that he's writing. It's the chapter where Matic shaves Badger.
Is it because Mastic's feeling a little bit jealous because it is on top?
Yeah.
Pigs are bigger than
Bats
badgers.
look like humans. What do hairless badgers look like?
Stupid.
Stupid.
Like most animals that rely on their fur markings to be recognisable, stupid.
I will take a picture for you later of what one of our Alsatians currently looks like. Although you might report us to the RSPCA. Right. Joan asks, Brainbug, do insects, etc. in zoos have adequate housing? Brainbug says, they do provide good housing, but private collections may vary. Joan also asks, is there a difference between animal sanctuaries and zoos in the UK? Not sure how to answer that question.
Yes, but also no.
Helpful!
Because you find things that are titled as both, but kind of have the same function.
Grumpy Old Dude said, the US is allowed to stay open, it looks like a zoo. Does that count? You're suggesting the people in America are the exhibits. We need more cameras then in the. Do you know what? I was reading Reddit today looking for questions.
You know, you can look.
Oh, there is a species, and there is a sort of species of ape in North America that's quite dangerous. They're called Trumpanzees.
You know, you can tune in over the internet to American police scanners. It's
American
quite,
what?
The police radio. It's quite
Terrifying.
Yes. Not really, because most of it's just we're going down the Doodley Street because somebody's pissed in the bins again. I don't know what American streets are British.
Avenue, right up Cock Bend.
They're called first, second, and third, and fourth. As far as I can work out, they aren't very imaginative in naming most of their streets. Let's ask the Americans.
No. They're called first, second, third, and fourth, or Roosevelt.
Or Roosevelt.
You forgot Washington, Lincoln, and
Jefferson.
The other one?
Yeah.
And occasionally they'll throw a Maine in there.
I grew up in Utah, and they laid out their streets in a nice grid, and usually it's just north of Main Street or Center Street and east or west of Main Street or Center Street, whichever they choose the XY axis on. It's actually really, really easy to find your way to 13th North and 57th West.
I think I'd get lost in America.
I think you get used to it quickly.
To be honest, we can't take any like high ground on that because how many high streets have we got in the UK? A lot.
Got more station roads.
Yeah.
Apathetic empath says, absolutely, there are articles right now about how depressed zoo animals have been during COVID closures, and most are depressed because they don't have people to watch all day. Are you suggesting that the people are the entertainment for the animals?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, people do very strange things. I've been watching them for a while.
Yeah, I mean, the people at zoos are way more interesting than fucking animals.
I don't understand what Trainbeck said. I'd rather be Trupp than a creepy Uncle Joe shampoo.
What?
I have no clue. Just,
Who said that?
Trainbeck, music click.
From a creepy Uncle Joe shampoo. But who's Uncle Joe shampoo?
Joe Biden.
Ah! These good international references.
See, when you say Uncle Joe, that's what we used to call Stalin.
Yeah.
So,
So,
That's part of the reference to creepy Uncle Joe because he tries to put this "I'm just your uncle, I'm America's uncle" image out there, and he also likes to redistribute wealth. So people say creepy Uncle Joe.
See, I'm convinced he doesn't know where he is.
And he likes to sniff girls' hair too, apparently.
does he? Oh.
See,
Your hair smells
I'm
good.
fairly-
That's not creepy.
I'm quite convinced he doesn't
not as
know.
grabbing him by the pussy.
America's basically got the choice between like
Fact.
between the creepy uncle and the racist uncle coming up, really.
Oh no. They've got a choice between the creepy uncle and the creepy racist sexual offending uncle.
See, I'm pretty sure that Biden doesn't know where he is.
Misogynistic, chauvinistic.
You think
Yeah.
Trump does?
Science denying.
I have made no comment whatsoever on Trump. All I've said is that Biden doesn't know where he is.
I will agree on that, and I'm it's not political. I'm really, really offended at what my country did to President Reagan when that man was very clearly incapacitated, never should have been in office, never should have run for re-election. And people on the left in America have said, look at what the right did to Reagan, and they're doing the same goddamn thing to Biden. Whether you like the man or not, it's elder abuse, it's abuse of the infirm, it is not kosher.
No, I agree.
I can agree with that.
Picked. I think you're ridiculous. Why doesn't the party choose its candidate it wants to put up? Why do you have to have a pre-election for the candidate? That is ridiculous.
Oh no, they do.
Parties
they do choose it,
actually.
and that's how we end up with whoever's president. It's because the government, not the government, the powers that be, i.e., people that are rich that run the United States for real behind the scenes. It's whoever they want in office at the time. We can vote all we want. We can do whatever. And they choose it. We really have nothing to do with it.
For example, the Clinton and people brought lawsuit against the Democratic National Party because Clinton got the nomination, even though the popular vote was going to Bernie. And at the time, they said there's no collusion, there's no behind-the-scenes shenanigans, whatever. And then Donna Brazil went in front of the Supreme Court and said, well, it was obvious we were jerry-rigging the election. That was literally their defense was, well, we said we weren't, but it was so obvious we were, it's not fraud.
Everyone knew we were doing it, therefore we haven't deceived anyone.
I'm not shitting you.
There was no collusion.
See, this is why we're going to have this conspiracy.
It's fake news.
This is why, Dave, we're going to have this conspiracy
I am not
theory chat at some point.
This bank, okay? I'm not going over here, and I'm definitely not robbing this bank. Everybody knew I was going to do it, so I can't go to prison now.
This is why, Dave, we're going to have a conspiracy theory chat at some point, because I'm pretty sure that world governments voters have very little say in any of it.
I think votes. Okay, yeah, we'll have to have that chat at some point. Do you know what? I am so close. I am so close to thinking that Badger will one day become a conspiracy theorist.
What do you mean one day?
Right.
I literally live under the ground, Dave.
Right, next question. Question 525. Would you rather eat guano that tasted like chocolate or eat chocolate that tasted like crap?
What?
The
Oh.
Americans already eat the second one.
Too damn true. Fuck you, Hershey.
Is it a one-off thing? Is it, Dave?
No. No.
Can I just refuse to eat both?
You don't like chocolate?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna eat it if it tastes like shit. The point is the taste.
Yeah, but the shit will taste like chocolate.
Yeah, it still have all the
Yeah, but
crap
it's
in it.
shit.
Yeah, but courtesy of Nile Blue, or Nile Red, I know how to extract theobromine from my chocolate, so I can just mainline happiness now.
Do you know what? You're the first person in the community that's mentioned his name that I've come across. No, Red.
Nile Red is awesome.
He is.
Red.
Oh, you can go look at Nile Blue. He's a chemistry YouTuber. Mostly chemistry.
Yep.
Science YouTuber.
He's a professional chemist. You've gotten to see through the years his going from just some dude in his parents' garage or backyard to through school and his professional setups and how they keep growing and improving and changing and the quality of reactions and stuff he does. It's really awesome.
Interesting. I should have to check this out.
I'm going to be slightly critical. I think he's gotten
I was wondering
not
what you were
as
doing.
good. I think
Just
he.
petting him. He just gets needy.
I think he was
Okay,
better when
so-
he was more constrained. He had to be more imaginative.
Okay, so about the question though.
Sorry. Yes.
Oh, what was the question?
Does the guano also have the nutritional content of chocolate, or is it just chocolate flavored shit?
It's just chocolate flavored bird shit.
Oh, then I will just not eat it.
Now, you have a choice between two things. You're going to die if you don't eat one of them. But you do have a third choice.
We're on a desert island and we've got a choice of bird shit that tastes like chocolate or chocolate that tastes like bird shit, and we have to eat one or other.
Yes.
Oh, if I'm on a desert island, I'll go for the shit chocolate, the bird. Oh, fucking hell. I'll go for the shit that tastes nice because there is still nutritional content in shit.
No, I'm not eating bird shit. I would rather eat the chocolate knowing it wasn't disease. Even if it tasted like shit.
I would rather eat something that tastes like shit than shit that tastes like something and all of the bugs and crud that come with eating shit. No thanks. Not German.
That's terrible.
Are you referring to sauerkraut?
See, I'm a badger, so my dietary requirements are different.
Yes.
And Nerdy says, "I'll eat the shit chocolate." But is that? I don't know which way. I don't know if that's an answer to the question.
I think that's the point.
Jeff.
Oh, shit, I'm already set. I've eaten Hershey's chocolate before.
I was going to say, I was going to say a similar thing about Kinder, to be honest, but
See, I love Kinder.
yeah, I think all
it's very
horrible stuff.
They're like those other chocolate things that you were on about with the fucking candy around them. Ah,
What?
Yeah.
I don't like hazelnut. I don't like hazelnut
Well,
candy
okay.
or anything, so I've never tried this.
There is chocolate out there that tastes like shit that I've probably eaten before, so I'll probably I'll go with that one.
Very good.
You want to eat
Beth?
shit chocolate? Try Palmer's. It's like
Never
the
heard of it.
cheesiest, crappiest. You might as well just eat the guano. It tastes like crap. It's waxy, fake. It's what they. It's what who makes all the seasonal candy. The cheap kids seasonal candy
All
that's
right, yeah.
like Easter and Christmas, the little ones, and they're usually like wrapped in foil with some stupid animal that pertains to. Yeah.
Terrible.
I tried those one time years ago.
So what are you doing?
I think it's made of carob.
Say again?
What are you doing?
What am I doing? Bouncing.
Yeah.
No.
No, would you eat the guano or the chocolate?
I'd eat the guano. Bucketfuls of it. I do like chocolate.
I disown you.
Oh. No. Badger!
Badger! Hang on.
See, Manda's not here today. You can't blame her.
I don't blame her. I just wait for her to mute herself, and then everyone goes, Badger!
I was about to blame her the other day, but then I realised she was muted.
I know. Right.
I was about to say, fuck's sake, man, to mute, and it's like, she is muted.
Right.
He's
Where are we?
get back for telling him that Disney Star Wars is better.
It's not better.
No, it's objectively worse.
Right. I will argue that it's canon, but I wouldn't say it's better.
No, it's objectively not canon.
It's objectively canon by every definition.
Yes,
No, it's not.
we have.
Listen, we are trying to have a perfectly innocent conversation about bird shit.
You see, I always thought that guano was bat shit.
No.
Yeah.
No. It's
bat
bird
shit.
shit. It's bird shit.
But it's bat shit,
No.
though.
Bat
Kid
shit
guano is
bat
definitely bad shit.
It's what Batman does in the bat toilet.
Bat shit is like flat Earth.
Okay, it's seabirds and bats. My bad.
Great job.
I knew it's seabirds because I knew the American history with it, which was birds that ate anchovies and created great guano islands.
Okay, well if it's bird shit, then I'll go for the shit, the chocolate flavored shit. But if it's bat shit, then no, I'm not touching that.
It's bird shit. That's what I had in mind.
Yeah, I'm not touching the bat shit.
Why?
Because for fucking COVID.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Go play.
So you're okay? But you're okay with avian flu?
Yeah.
We already got over that.
No, we haven't.
No, we didn't. We contained it. We just unlike this one, we contained avian flu.
Next question. What?
Did you fall off then?
No. I rolled that way. I rolled that way.
He never falls off.
I haven't fallen off yet. I think it'll be absolutely hilarious when I do. I almost fell off earlier. What?
I think that clip, that clip math pick out of you. I could always set that to like the old crazy frog thing.
Yeah, but I can do that because all I did then, right? The problem is I needed to move. No. I needed to move, right? So I turned, I leaned that way, and went like that, right? And that's exactly what I did. I just moved off it really quick. Right, and math pig's convinced I fell off.
I'm with math pig on that one.
When I fall off, it will almost certainly be backwards, followed by a scream.
Yeah, it'll be hilarious.
It will be, and the worst thing is, I said to Caroline, I think if I'm on camera when it happens, it'll be brilliant. All right. The problem is, I can't make it happen because I can't stop myself bracing myself. Hashtag Dave fell off.
Gesundheit.
Right.
Thank you.
Next question.
Go for it.
Question 526. What's the worst thing to hear after sex?
I've had better.
Jen.
Do you want to watch
Was
The
that
Last
filet
Jedi?
of fish?
Do you want to watch The Last Jedi? What did you say, Beth?
Was that filet of fish?
Oh,
Depends. If I guess if you're me, it'd be pretty dreadful if the guy I'd had sex with would then say, "Oh, how much was that?"
I think. So you're okay, but your mum. You're okay, but your mum's better.
Oh, yeah, that'd be pretty bad too. That'd be dreadful. If you were a guy,
But Jen, think about it though. Think about it though. If someone offers money afterwards, that means that shit was good.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not an insult.
Well, so you might get some free money. You could name any amount that you wanted at that point.
for a guy, if I said something like, "Could you pass me my vibrator now?"
Nerdy says, "It's okay, son. Your dad will show you how to do it now."
Oh!
Oh. Holy crap.
Garnet
that's so
says,
gross.
"Where's my watch?"
For me, hearing your mom was better.
Yeah.
Your father will be home soon.
I want to slightly change my answer, Dave. I want to slightly change it to doesn't that usually come with tartar sauce? That would be the answer.
Usually good.
Yeah, I'm sticking with my initial answer because if immediately after I hear, "Do you want to watch The Last Jedi?" or The Rise of Skywalker, even, or any of those, it'll just be just this feeling of innate disgust at what I've put my penis in.
Next.
Jones. Next. Jones says snores.
Badger, I found an article for you here.
Oh no!
Snore.
In response to next,
10
I'd be
things-
fine
10
with
worst-
that 'cause it gives me a
10
socially
worst-
acceptable reason to leave.
10 worst things you can say someone can say to you after sex according to Star Wars.
Wait, now let me read the last of the chat ones first. Right.
The
wait,
Force was not with you.
Where the fuck is the rest of this article there? Okay.
Wait there, let me read the chat
Well, that was one of
first.
the sayings. Where the
Let
fuck
me
is
read-
the rest of this?
Shush.
Is that a mini lightsaber?
I thought that was going to be one of the sayings. Where the fuck is the
Don't
rest
worry,
of this?
mine vibrates.
IQ says, a random voice from the closet saying, "Don't stop, I'm almost finished." 9 o'clock hero says, "Anytime you're ready." Seraphim says, "Oh shit, my husband's home." Neil says, "When are we starting?" Seraphim says, "Is it in yet?" 9 o'clock hero says, "Hello, one and all."
Oh dear.
Go on, Jeff. What's the list say?
Well, it's weird. They've removed it, but there's another one saying like 10 Star Wars quotes you shouldn't shout out during sex, like "I am your father," obviously. You know. You came in that.
Yeah.
You came. Oh, the best one. You came in that thing. You're braver than I thought. That's a good one.
That's pretty bad.
Oh God.
No, I've got
Into the garbage chute, Flyboy.
a really good quote from the Phantom Menace, actually. When the person that you're intending to spend the evening with first kind of like disrobes, you just look at them and in your best Captain Panaka voice go, "Looks pretty bad."
I've actually said that to a guy I was dating. Well, actually,
Looks pretty bad.
are we actually going to do this? Sorry.
And I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
I've got one.
Oh my god, you guys.
I know,
Yeah.
it smells bad. Get in there.
Yeah, that's on the actually that's on the list. That's on the list actually.
No.
Oh my god.
Oh. You're a little
The only other thing I can think of is the only other thing I can think of is hold on, let me stop the recording.
Oh no, the better one. Did we get the footage we need?
Hey pals, I'm sorry to interrupt. I screwed up. I just got a appointment notification, so I'm gonna have to bounce.
No worries. Thank you for coming.
Dave's gonna have to bounce.
Thanks, probably them.
It's been a blast. I hope to do it again. Au revoir.
There you
Bye-bye.
go.
Come on my channel sometime as well.
Adios.
We've got a space in here now then. So
We do. Hey Lucy.
Oh, get Seraphim in. Get
Hey,
Seraphim
who in?
Sarah's in it. Tatty's in the chat as well if he wants to come in, but
and Taddy, yeah, or Taddy, yeah, Seraphim or Taddy.
What the hell?
Seraphim.
Oh.
Oh, if we got rid of II, when do we get IQ?
Tatty says Misa Jar Jar.
Oh,
Okay, we can't have that one then.
oh, now we can have the Jar Jar.
oh yeah. Misa no think your Jar Jar impression very good, Badger.
On this one, you should drown in the swamp.
I like them both.
I think I like Jeff's better.
Okay. One in the chat for me, 2 in the chat for Badger. Who does this? Nobody's voted on this because they don't want to fucking hear it.
Wait, now what was one for?
One vote, 1 for me and 2 for Badger.
Seraphim.
Hello.
Hey, Seraphim.
You're muted, Seraphim.
Does she
Yeah,
have
you
her
muted.
audio device connected?
I know I muted myself.
So who's? Oh,
I'm
she's
trying to
got-
get
you got some fans here, Badger.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Badger.
Let me get my headphones plugged in so I can.
I think
not
Badger's
making people
winning this
eat.
actually.
Yeah, I agree with you, Seraphim. That whole thing, or variants of is it in is
What?
probably
Oh.
the worst. Guy.
Well, more people have voted for Badger, and I just got to say, you're all wrong.
Well, IQ rounds.
Yeah.
So it's 3-3.
Yeah,
Wait,
No,
what
not
are we voting
biased
on?
in that, but you're all wrong.
What are we voting on?
Which is the best Jar Jar, Jeff or Badger?
Do they need to do it again?
No, I don't think we should.
I can do it again if you want.
The point is, I think that Jeff's. I think. Do you want studio notes? I think Jeff's has got more enthusiasm in it, more energy. It's not that yours doesn't sound right. It just doesn't have the insane energy that Jeff's has.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
if we
okay.
took the two and put them together, it would be perfect.
I will
That's what I
absolutely concede. I will absolutely concede to Badger on Yoda impressions, though. His is far better than mine. Mine's okay, but Badger, I will absolutely concede on that particular point.
That has the laugh. That's what.
Yoda, you seek Yoda. How long you have I respected
So, yeah, you do the
Now I
laugh.
don't want to know.
Father, half a Jedi was he? Half a Jedi.
Yeah, yeah, Badger, I concede on the Yoda. I concede on that one.
Wasn't Darth Maul half a Jedi?
Half a Jedi.
No, he was half a Sith, but not bad.
Wait there, how can it be half a Sith?
Because he got cut in half.
Oh, fucking hell. That's terrible.
I mean, is it the bad half or the really bad half? Since it's a stiff.
Well, it's the top half that kept going.
Yeah.
So it depends on your perspective. Is the glass half full or is the glass half empty?
Well, as Obi-Wan would say, many of the truths we cling to depend greatly on our own point of view.
Yeah, so that would depend entirely on who found his bottom half. I mean, if them.
I'm sure there's some fan fiction out there with that in then.
Let me look.
Can I just say, Seraphim, if
Rule
there's not,
34.
there's about to be.
What were you saying, Jeff?
If there's not fan fiction out there, there's about to be.
I have spoken it into existence. I rock. Yay me!
Yeah, you. Right. Next question, I think.
Yeah.
Question 427. What non-human animal most represents your eating style?
A sloth. Because when I was in the army, they made you hurry and eat. So now I take my time. Because I'm going to enjoy my food.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. That is a.
What is what? Sorry.
What is...
I'm trying to think of something. I can't think of an animal that would represent the way I eat. What type of animal eats the cheapest shit it can find?
Possums.
Yeah, I'll go with raccoon because they're cute and they're chubby, and I'm chubby, but I'm not cute. But I'll pretend I'm cute because raccoons are cute.
You're
Oh,
cute.
whatever. That's your
Oh,
opinion.
thank you.
Joan says alley cat.
It's my opinion. Oh, that's a good one because I love cats.
IQ said Cookie Monster. I like that answer.
That's cute. I like it.
Yeah, that would probably describe me. How fast I eat.
Rainbug said Vinegaroon.
And a
What the hell?
Okay.
I have no idea. I was hoping one
Only
of you was
you
going
know what
to tell
that is, brain bug.
me. Badger.
No clue.
You just said mine. Thanks for giving it away, Dave.
Yeah, you don't get to cop out. You have to pick a non-badger animal.
Fine.
A honey badger.
Still a badger.
I mean,
Still a
that's a good answer.
badger.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with no. Come back to me.
See, it depends on what I'm eating and what kind of mood I'm in, you know? Or how hungry I am.
Like high watching a movie, eating chips, it's Cookie Monster.
Well, see, if stoned can be a weird thing. Stoned can be a weird thing eating because you're either going to be like scoffing it down like a flipping pig with snout in the trough, or you're going to be like a sort of giant panda, just like slowly munching on bamboo, you know.
Oh bloody hell! A Vinegaroon is like a scorpion.
Oh.
Like this bamboo is so good.
I think that brain bug might have some sort of pointy venom thing. And stab his food with something. Injects venom into its food to
So he uses his butt to spear his food? Wait, what?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, if it works for him, you do you, Rainbug. You do you.
Ilya says Oscar the Grouch. Sammy says a bear.
I think I've ever seen Oscar eat.
I think he's.
I got it. I'm going with a koala.
I think
Koala.
Tatty's put the best answer.
Yeah, Tatty says a Jabberwocky.
I was
great-
thinking
He
the
also
other
said
one. He said.
a crocoduck. So
A crocoduck.
Patty's just going with all the
Yeah.
cryptozoology and evolution things and all that stuff.
Not a great gamer says Bliducka Ducker. Bliducka Ducker. 9 o'clock hero says Soup Dragon.
I'm going with a koala because they are both quite slow to eat and take the time, but they're also kind of picky.
See, I would say Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, but I'm not that big fan of. I'm not big a fan of pizza, so.
You also realise they have brain damage from what they eat, and they also have gonorrhea.
Yeah, well,
And
you
chlamydia.
also realise that fuck yourself.
He doesn't want to shag them. IQ says like a hamster.
Do I do?
Jesus, Jen.
Bring Jesus into
Yeah,
this.
anywhere you start misbehaving.
Damn it, Jen.
Don't you be bringing Jesus into this? He'll make it awkward.
This is YouTube. Jesus doesn't belong here.
Well, we have Jesus. We don't need Jesus.
Jesus. I like that.
Jesus.
We have Jesus.
Praise Jesus. I can turn on the really thick Southern accent if I want to. I just choose not to.
You need to be careful. You'll get Badger very excited.
Southern Belle.
Yeah, I'm from Georgia,
Hello.
so I can legit do that accent. So
He spent 2 minutes talking to Ilya, and he was ready to propose.
I
I'd
mean,
like
I
to
do
hear
want to
some
marry
more
his
of this
voice,
accent.
so
Pineapple does not belong on Pizza Tatty. Stop that.
I'd like to hear some more of this accent, though.
Yeah, really, stop that. We're not starting the pineapple pizza debate. Nope.
Especially because it's already been settled. Pineapple won.
In the bin.
Pineapple lost.
Yeah,
In the
one
bin.
pineapple straight in the bin. Let me have the pizza without it.
Right.
It's Pineapple 1, just like Disney Star Wars 1 as being canon.
Shush. Next question.
yay, my icon voted.
Anyways,
I'm
move
so
on,
proud
Dave,
of me.
Quick. Right, next question.
Go, Dave, go.
Question 528. During the apocalypse, would it be better to live on your own or in a community?
Well, seeing as we're like kind of going through the apocalypse right now,
Are we? Yeah, I was going to say, are we talking about the current one or like a later one?
Right, later one. We're
What
talking
kind of apocalypse?
90% of the population dead.
Yeah, but are they dead because of a viral outbreak or because of zombies or something?
Zombies or something.
That's what I'm asking.
zombie apocalypse.
We'll go zombie.
Oh.
If Shaun of the Dead has taught us anything, the safest place is
That's
pub
tough.
in zombie apocalypse.
Till some idiot turns the jukebox on.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, till that
I would say
happens.
alone because I
Right.
fucking hate people.
Same.
You and Badger were going to get on so well. You know
I was
this.
kind of leaning that way.
Yeah, we'll get on so well from our separate underground bunkers.
Exactly.
Right, Joan says,
you-
I won't survive on my
Yeah,
own.
you can run a line to each other
Yeah, just
to communicate.
have like the radio set up so we can have a bit of a chat occasionally, and then just exist separately.
What happens to your base when you have to go out and get
I mean-
food?
You lock it.
Well, see, that's what I was gonna say. There is advantages to having other people around. One, you can sleep. Two, you're more likely to be able to get food.
You lock it. and
Three,
make
you have
sure
more
that it's
weapons
hidden.
to defend yourself with.
Mm.
So I think
I'm
that
okay
it should be
as
together,
long-
but we should all have our own. We should all hold on. We should all have our own areas in the bunker where we can get away from each other.
Okay, that I'm okay with.
I'm
I'm
fine
perfectly
with
fine
there
with that.
being. Yeah.
Did you have order for the
I'm not in the same bunker for me. I'm fine with there being like a community of bunkers that are all kind of within reach of each other to offer assistance, but they have to be able to lock each other out.
That's what I'm okay with. I'd like to be able to lock people out because, you know, sometimes it's want to be like, fuck you guys. I'm going to go
so
read.
I can ring you up on my bunker radio and say, yeah, the raiders have showed up. I need some backup. But then also, if you become the raiders, you're not already in my bunker.
And
that was my other point.
Sometimes it's going to be fuck you guys, and sometimes it's going to be please don't come into my house.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's going to be fuck you guys, and sometimes it's going to be fuck you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but it's different versions of the fuck you guys. Sometimes it's like friendly.
I'm going to say I think I'd survive a lot longer by myself, quite frankly.
Tatty says, community, more meat available.
Yeah.
Brainbug says, we are a social species. We objectively work best in a group. Yeah, the Brainbug would say that.
No one asked you to bring science into this, damn it.
9 o'clock hero says, alone.
On us.
I know.
No, just
Ilya says, I live on my own, completely. No children, no partner here, so good alone. But I love a community also. It's not an answer.
She said earlier, actually, that her and Seraphim were in the same chat with Badger and he'd die.
I don't want to kill Badger. Poor Badger.
I would like to hear more of these accents there.
Here he goes.
I've got to admit, Ilya has got the Southern Belle thing going on really well. So
I have mine turned off because customers complain about it. So.
And how do you turn? No, I'm not going to say that.
Can you just say I do declare? And
say it.
Oh,
it.
No.
How do people complain about that? That's silly.
Oh, I did.
They think it makes me sound stupid because I'm in customer service. So the moment they hear that, they think, "Oh, this person has no clue what they're talking about."
How would you
I don't
do
know
that?
why.
How can I help you, sir? Would you be wanting?
Why do they think these Southern accent sounds fucking stupid?
I just wish I could have a sound clip of one of my coworkers.
Again.
She has like the most Southern accent ever. I'm like, if you think I sound Southern, you should see her.
Can you say please put me over that table and spank me?
I mean, I've said that before, so I can say it again.
Yeah.
Has to be in a very strong Southern accent.
Now, would you? Oh, with a strong Southern accent. What was the phrase again? I have short horrible memory.
Please put me over that table.
Oh, something about a table
me.
and spank me. Hey, y'all, can you please put me over that table and spank me?
I'll be right
Bless your
back.
heart. Yeah, Badger likes my voice. Or my accent, excuse me.
Ilya wants to know how to turn it off, actually, Seraphim.
He went to his icon.
I finally got my icon to work. I'm so proud of me.
Right, I think we should go to the next question while there's still air in the room.
Yes, please.
I'm a little busy.
Let's just put it this way. In a few minutes, I'm going to be able to say what I like about Star Wars, and Badger's not going to care.
I wonder if he's watching The Rise of Skywalker whilst he does what he's doing.
I think he would do that just like, I think that would be his version of dead puppies, dead puppies, dead puppies.
You lot really know how to kill a boner, don't you?
I was going to say...
Oh, poor Badger.
I was going to say he's watching the rise. I was going to say he's watching the rise of something, but I don't know if it's that.
Well, I was, and then it just went sinking down again.
Right.
Critical
next
questions,
question.
killing boners all day.
Badger accused me of it being interesting. I think he should take this insult back.
Yeah.
Of what being interesting?
Critical questions. He couldn't
About
sleep
Star
through it.
In the same way that the snooker player Steve Davis is interesting.
No. Right.
What's wrong with Snooker?
People have started asking the question before I'm answering the question before I've asked it because I can't say the question. Right. Question 529.
I think you asked this one.
No, I haven't.
Are you sure?
Question.
I was
very
looking
sure.
rather. Sorry.
I've checked.
I
Question
understand
5.
Pool. I don't really understand snooker.
I'm going to hit him. Question 529. Have you ever
question
fallen downstairs? /
Or
upstairs.
I've
What was the
fallen both
question?
because I'm a fucking klutz.
Dave, what was the question? I was talking over the question.
Yes, you
and
were.
I can't wear heels.
Have you ever fallen downstairs or upstairs?
Both.
Falling downstairs, never up.
Have you never fallen? I find falling upstairs much easier.
You mean tripped on a step, but I've caught myself. I haven't ever fallen right over going up. I have
Yeah,
fallen
tripped on a step. That's not really falling up. No.
down a complete flight of stairs, cracked my lower back to the point that I now have chronic arthritis in my lower back, and yeah, occasionally it's very, very painful.
That's not good.
So, yeah, I
Seraphim-
have fallen downstairs twice actually.
Seraphim, you have to read what Ilya's put.
God
The same
damn it! Do you want me to read it now, or do you want me to wait until after you're done with the question?
Wait till after I'm done with
She
the
wants to
question,
help
so I can
Alright,
cut
just
it
let
in the
me know when.
questions.
Badger,
Alright, so,
Badger, just prepare yourself. You're in for a treat.
Right. So a friend of mine fell down the stairs in his house. He
I think we should all have this.
he approached the top step and caught his toe or something, and he went tumbling all the way down the stairs. And he kind of ended up doing like a half flip at the bottom and just ending up sitting on the bottom step. Like,
Hey Badger, could you read what you put up as Yoda?
Not yet.
yes, I can,
Later.
but I want to hear it first.
Jeff.
Like I just said, I've fallen down to stairs. Well, I don't necessarily up. Yeah, I've tripped on steps, but I mean, you've got to bear in mind what I do for a living. I'm bound to trip on steps at some point.
Oh, when you're out delivering, do you try and make it look like you don't trip?
If I could get away with it, yes. But generally, if you're gonna trip, you're gonna fall arse over tit. So,
Do you know? Do you still wear a bag?
As much as possible, I don't try to carry stuff on my shoulder. Maybe usually it's just like a couple of parcels or something in the back. They've tried to like have us not carrying shit ton of stuff on our shoulders like we used to.
Because I imagine when you start to trip with that bag on, you really go.
Yeah, but I will say the bag's handy for one thing though. It just swing it around in front of you like that when a dog comes for you. Little... Oh no, that's not even a joke.
No, I don't. I believe you completely. Beth.
Yes, I have. When I was 8 or 9 years old, I went to a friend's house, and we had really old farmhouses back then before they started regulating how steep the steps were.
Mm.
And they had exceedingly steep steps that were polished wood, like really highly polished wood, old steps. And I walked up to the top of the steps because I wasn't allowed to go in my friend's bedroom, which was at the top of the steps, kind of like an attic deal. And so I was standing on the top of the steps, and he was showing me that he made this. It was actually, and I'm not bringing up Star Wars, but it was actually a Lego Star Wars thing. And so he had it hanging from a ceiling, and he showed it to me, and I turned around, and I had socks on. And my feet went out from underneath me, and I hit every step on the way down, which was 11 or 12. And ended up on the bottom, cracked my tailbone, and it was so bad that years later, when I went in the army, I had to do my sit-ups kind of cocked to the side because I can't put any pressure on my tailbone still.
Shit.
So I can't sit on like hard surfaces like that with my tailbone.
Oh crap!
It was bad.
I've just remembered my
I didn't
worst.
sit down for 2 weeks.
in writing this question, I didn't even think about the fact that I broke my kneecap running down the stairs. That's how that was my first hospitalization with my knee ever.
Elliot's
My
gonna
origin story.
Oh shit.
Dave.
Okay.
Elliot's gonna so you can have a Southern Belle up. You can rotate now for a bit.
Well, what have
Should
you
I
for?
leave to make room for Ilya?
No.
Are we trying to break poor Badger's brain with all the
How are
southern
you going to
accent?
have a Southern Belle off if you've only got one Southern Belle?
Hey, Ilya's in.
Does this mean I don't have to read the phrase now and Ilya can read it?
I think you're both going to have to read it.
Well,
Seraphim,
that's fine. I've said worse.
Have you fallen down the stairs?
I have fallen downstairs and upstairs. I am a complete klutz.
Mr. Jack, I do declare, if you don't bend me over the table and spank me right now, I just don't know what I'll do. Honest.
9 o'clock Hero says, I used to work in a museum. Surprising how many people can't manage stairs.
They're
That is
klutzes
true.
like me.
Right, what I will do is I will kick Jeff for a minute because he's not here.
Oh, okay. Hey, Ilya.
Hi, Ilya.
Well, hi there. How are you?
I love your voice.
Badger's gone.
Immediately
Badger,
jumps off.
Apparently,
Come
Ilya,
on.
now you and I both need to read the phrase that you wrote, by the way. Do we have to put Badger's name in it? Can we say Badger?
Oh,
You can.
hello. I can say it if you want me to.
Go on.
Oh, I'll say it as well. I don't care. Like I've said worse.
Oh, jeez. I have to. Well, I do declare, if you don't bend me over and spank me right now on this table, I just don't know what I'll do.
I love your voice. Oh my god.
And Badger disappears off the stream.
Poor Badger. All right. Well, I do declare, Badger, if you don't bend me over this table and spank me right now, I don't know what I'll do. That was horrible.
I'm going to have to take this stream down before he gets a copy of it.
It's true.
Hi,
you just-
everybody.
yeah, right.
How was that gonna
Hey, I used to. Never mind. I won't say it.
Someone,
I will
I think
behave.
you've got to
I will
now.
behave.
someone wanted me to read it as Yoda, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah.
Go on.
Hang on. Let me...
Declare I do. If bend me over this table and spank me, you do not. Know what I will do? I do not.
Oh my god, I love it.
It would have been better if you weren't laughing as you were saying it. But that was
Yeah.
great.
There is no way that most people can say anything like that as Yoda and not laugh. I have had guys try it.
I was more laughing because I had to I realized halfway through the first word that I hadn't figured out how I was going to Yoderize the order of the words before I started talking.
Yeah, he does have a very weird way of wording things. I love it.
He sure does, but I love
That's why I
Yoda.
love Talk Like a Yoda. Talk Like Yoda Day.
Yes. Talk like Yoda, you must. Yes.
I only do the way he words thing. I can't do a Yoda voice to save my life, which makes me sad.
That
would be great.
I didn't do it.
I could do that to customers. Like a customer gets so angry at me, it's like, pay your bill, you will. Fight with me, you will not.
See
Right.
that?
I have to kick you, Jen, for a minute.
Yep, you can kick me.
Please don't. No, Gus. Jeff, please no.
What's he doing?
Jeff,
This
go
isn't
for
read it
it.
as Jar Jar.
Oh no.
No.
I have a friend who loves Jar Jar. She's the only person I know who loves him, and I would disown her if she didn't have such a nice ass.
Is this where
She's
Jeff
gorgeous.
and I? Is this where Jeff and I are going to be no longer friends?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Jeff,
Bye,
go on.
Jen.
It's a good reason not to disown someone.
Yes,
Jeff is
she's
muted.
hot, so I'm not.
He is.
I'm not going to disown her, but
I thought
it's
he'd come
close.
back.
Just the Jar Jar thing.
It's the Jar Jar thing.
Just because the Jar Jar thing.
That
There's
reminds
some
me of that,
Southernisms I cannot get rid of. Like I call everyone hun too.
I think I call everyone sweetie. Maybe.
I do that sometimes, but apparently whenever I call people hun, they're like, "What do you mean hun? You're hun. You're sweetie. You're cupcake."
Oh, muy, Misa Duty Claire, if you don't bend me over this table and spank me, I just don't know what I'll do.
That just killed my mood.
And Badger's mood is killed.
See, I was so excited about nerdy talk and Badger's accent, and you just killed it, Jeff.
Jeff, I'm going to slap you about the chops with a wet fish.
What the heck was that?
I'm just jealous that Badger has a lot better English accent than me. So you know.
I like your accent, Jeff.
I like your accent as well. I just want to marry Badger's voice. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I can vary the level of the accent as well.
Do you know who has a great accent? Sarcastic Barman.
Oh yes, he does. He does.
It's that smooth Walish accent, because he's Welsh.
I think we have to disown Joan.
He loves Jar Jar. Jen says it's Beth's turn now.
I mean, I can leave so Jen can get back in. That's fine.
No, I think we're good. Would you?
I've never been on a stream with Beth. Hi, nice to meet you.
Do you know who Beth is?
Hi.
She has a claim to fame, or sane.
I have heard of Beth, but I've not been on a stream with Beth.
She is doing an excellent mental health stream at the moment.
Oh, wonderful!
I mean, not here. This is making people way worse.
Oh,
but
it's helping me. Like I needed this. This helps me out every morning. That's why I get mad at customers for calling me whenever I'm trying to listen to you guys. It's just like
Well, Jen,
I'm busy. Damn it, leave me alone. I don't want to do my job.
Exactly. It's like, bless your heart. Thank you for calling, but bye.
That's very true. That's very true. Like, I'm working right now. Jen said, "Are you working?" And I said, "Well, I can join, but I am working. But I have a conference call in 30 minutes, and I'm going to get on that and just be listening to some mind-numbing bullshit for 30 minutes."
Can you just
Mine's sadly a call center,
about things?
so...
Can who just talk about what?
But both of you, can you just talk about things and stuff?
Ilya,
we need to move on, Dave.
We do.
More into this.
Ilya, just a quick question before you leave.
I'm flattered, though.
Just mundane topics. It's fine.
I'll just ask Ilya a question before while she's here though. Are you guys coming up with a new name for the show, or you're doing on the iNetwork, or because I hear you'll either be a fivesome now.
Yeah, we're going to be the Uncalled Foursome.
Ah.
And so because Vishanti from NASA Black Site has joined our panel. So this weekend we're taking on more MGTOW and incel bullshit. And we have some feminist satire that's pretty funny that we're going to review. But we're really going to take on the stupidity of the MGTOW and incel movement again. And then also, Punchy and I, we have our stupidly creepy, scary conspiracies and stories show starting this Saturday at 2 p.m. So our first show is going to be on Siren Head and the conspiracy about Siren Head and the origination. And we're going to, you'll have to wait to see our set and everything, but it's all spooky with ghosts and all kinds of fun stuff. So we're going to take on the horror side of conspiracies.
Who are your guests?
So our first guest is Ivy Heretic from the Dutch Heretic channel, and then Mr. Sirius. So those are going to be our first two guests. But next week we got Vashanti and Factard, and the week after we've got Schrodinger's cat and Amy Hogan from the network as well. And then this Sunday on the Uncalled For, we have Nervardia joining us as well as Jen Silver. So
you'll get Mero will be good on there, I think. He will be fucking good on that show.
We're going to have a great time this Sunday on the Uncalled For with all of these crazy. So,
we need to feed that fucking prick Copeland to Mero's snakes.
Oh,
there is a new video of Copeland that will be on the show this Sunday. I love to torture the audience with Copeland.
He's a fucking ass, that guy. He's total fucking ass.
Well,
I don't have to listen to your stuff while I'm working then. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, we do it on Sunday nights at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And it is a panel of women who want to take down the red pill, black pill, incel bullshit and MGTOW. And, we're all about equality and making sure that equality is the focus of our show by tearing into assholes. So that's what we do. And then, we have a great time with it. It's a lot of fun.
That does sound awesome. I'll have to listen to that while I'm working, though. Like, seriously. It's nice to hear people that are dumber than the customers.
Dave, I will leave now because I did not mean to come in and take over your panel.
No, that's okay.
I just wanted to ask him your question about that. So.
Oddly enough, I asked you in earlier. You can hang around.
Yeah,
I don't mind going.
It's all right. Badger needs to finish off whatever he's doing right now.
He's paying tribute. That's what he's doing.
We'll leave that to.
He's already done.
He's already done.
He's in the shower.
Poor Badger.
You missed all that.
A big comment on my video.
I know I say this so much on these streams, but poor Badger.
Poor Badger.
Even the dog agrees. The dog is saying poor Badger.
I know. The dog's saying, "Why haven't you fed me?"
That too.
I'll just say, you get to know Badger a little bit. You won't be saying poor Badger.
And the wussy little bugger whooped out and deleted it before I could comment on it and let people know. Like, that's no fun. How am I supposed to attack somebody who's an asshole if they delete themselves?
Right, we've got one last question, and I will get Jen to answer it first, and then I can kick her out.
Kick me out.
Badger in.
Yep.
Right. Question. Oh, where are we? There. Question 530. Would you rather be gossiped about constantly or never talked about at all?
Ooh.
Somewhere in the fucking middle?
No, that's not an option. It's either nothing or everything.
Well, everything then. I'd hate to be ignored. That would screw my head more than being gossiped about. So, but yeah, I don't like either of those options. Will you stop giving us sucky options, Dave?
Nope. If I didn't give you sucky options, it'd be easy to pick.
I would go with gossiped about constantly because I've had that happen before anyway. So why the fuck not some more? Besides, any publicity is good publicity.
Well, if you talk about it all the time, imagine how many subs I'd end up with.
Exactly. Like, if you guys want to talk about me and how shitty my art is, feel free. Just subscribe to, admire its ugliness.
Subscribe, become a fan, give us lots of money. That's all good. By the way, anyone in the chat who's not talking to me, that's something.
It's up to everyone here.
I don't have anything for people to give me money. Unfortunately, I should probably do that at some point.
And then talk about me. Preferably to my face, because that's way more fun than me.
No. You don't want to talk about it to your face. You want to talk about it to everyone that's never heard of you.
Oh, yes, I want them to do that too, but talk about it too. Way more fun. And I don't care what kind of comments people drop in my chat, whether they're nice or bad or whatever, they're always going to be on display because it's so much fun watching other people attack idiots.
I think I'd rather be gossiped about all the time because I don't know about you guys, but I love hearing new stories about myself that I didn't know happened. So
I know that's the great part.
It's kind of like this ever-changing and evolving story like Harry Potter, and it just makes life worth living. So,
Excellent.
I mean, I think if you work on the theory that any publicity is good publicity, that you see your dogs are gossiping about me right now. But yeah, if you work on the theory that any publicity is good publicity, I'll say be gossiped about. Because I'd say going back a few years ago, I might have answered this question very differently and say not have people talk about me at all. But I've kind of got to a point where I don't give a flying fuck what people say about me now. I couldn't care. So do your fucking worst.
I'd like to agree, but there are things if someone said about me I would object to. Although it's not usually what most people seem to think.
There's things I'd object to. I mean, there's things obviously there's something that's like a real demonstrable slur on your character, like defamatory kind of stuff.
Most of that I don't have a problem with. No, see, I don't have a problem with that. I can dismiss that. Not have a problem with.
I mean, I suppose it depends on it, really. I suppose, but I mean, I'm not going to. There's certain things I'm not going to let slide if it's said about me, but by and large, I'm kind of like, yes, say what the fuck you want about me. I'm beyond the point of fucking caring now.
Joan says that both would kill me with anxiety.
Jeff Pepper, my dog, apologizes for gossiping about you in front of you.
In front of you.
Pepper's a true.
She said next
Southern Belle.
Tell Pepper not to believe everything in Nerdy's fan fiction, okay?
Okay.
I'm still wanting to hear Badger read the fan fiction. I'm just saying.
Have you watched his last video?
I haven't gotten a chance. I've been
It's fan fiction about
things.
Kent Hovind.
I read that. I read that one. That was amazing.
That is brilliant.
But I want to hear the Math Pig fan fiction from Badger.
Once it's written, I'll read it. By the way, Dave.
Yeah.
You're a real motherfucker, you know that?
Why? What did I do?
And I'm a fucking idiot.
Go on.
I'm sitting here just going, oh, Jen's back. I wonder who left. I'm there going through all of the little squares, trying to figure out who left, going, oh, well, everyone who was here just now is still here. Oh, wait, it's me.
Oh, poor Badger.
It took me legitimately like 2 minutes to figure out it was me.
Oh, shit.
Well, Jen can come back in because I do have to prepare for my conference call.
Okay, well, do you want to answer the question first? Or did you answer it?
Oh, I did. I said gossip about me. I think it's fun to hear the, fictional stories about myself that, I didn't know about.
So I do just say, I love what 9 O'Clock Heroes put in there. Couldn't give her, and then puts insert a Jut Monk either way.
Yeah.
I love Jut Monk.
Jut Monk.
I have no idea what Jut Monk is.
Jut Monk.
I've only seen his videos. I've never spoken to him at all.
I have. Jut Monk is... Jut Monk's a bit... How can I put it, Dave? Shy, retiring fella. Doesn't have a lot to say for himself.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
He's very quiet. He's my quiet, chill brother. Okay, I'm done lying for the day, but I was... Okay. No, I love Jut. He's like my brother. I am ride or die for the Shields, though. They're my brothers and sisters, I tell you. So,
How can you be done playing for the day if you've got to go on a conference?
Oh my god, spooky.
Nerdy's fan
I'm
fiction.
going to hop off. I've got to get ready for my conference call. Love you guys.
Thank you for popping on. Bye-bye.
It was great speaking
Nice
to you.
meeting you.
Come on
You
my channel
too.
sometime.
Bye.
See you later.
So I'm going to say, Dave, while we're ready for this, I'm going to say that people don't really talk about me anyways. I'm not
They
very
do. They do.
exciting. So I'm just gonna stay.
That's
Let's
what
just
you
stick
think.
with they're not talking about me. I'm already used to that.
People do you guys because you're awesome.
Huh?
It's all nice things.
It's all nice things.
Nice thing.
Define
or
nice.
You're done there.
Badger.
Hello.
Gossiped about or never talked about?
I'd rather never be talked about.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll feed you.
I'm kind of
2 minutes.
I tend to assume that people don't gossip about me, and then when I find out that they do gossip about me, I feel weird. So I think I'd rather just not. Yeah, if I had to pick one of those, I'd rather not. But my preference would be for people to only say nice things.
Only say nice things. So gossip about you constantly, but only nice things.
No, not constantly. Only a little bit occasionally.
No, it's got to be
where
constantly.
No, only a little bit occasionally where they say. Yeah,
Only a little bit occasionally is not an option.
Yeah, I've already.
He's setting parameters for how people gossip about him.
I've already answered the question. Out of those two options, I'd pick never talked about.
Fair enough.
I'm now saying my preference would be for people to only gossip about me a little bit occasionally and say something like, "Yeah, he's okay."
I just want to say there's no truth in the rumours that Badger's having an affair with a weasel right now.
He's not, I keep seeing that weasel around his burrow.
Weasel.
Weasels are adorable.
That doesn't mean he's shagging one.
Sorry, could I just clarify actually, Badger? Was it a weasel or a ferret? I just can I clarify.
It's digging the hole deeper.
It's
So not a raccoon. He doesn't like thick girls.
He likes skunks. It's something about the markings.
And the smell.
Raccoons
I mean,
are great. They got little grabby
don't-
hands.
Ah, I love the smell of
Don't
skunk in the
kink
morning.
shame. Don't kink shame.
Raccoons are great. They got little grabby hands.
Raccoons are adorable. I should draw a raccoon.
Yeah,
You
you
should draw a raccoon, yeah.
have for yourself. It's part raccoon. just pretend Badger.
Right. On that note, I'm
Wait,
going to
what
say.
are we doing to Badger?
What are we doing to Badger? What aren't we doing to Badger? We're going to imagine him in every possible scenario with every possible animal.
Poor Badger.
Right, I need to go before the dog kills me. So I'm going to say thank you very much to Jeff, to Beth, to Badger, to Seraphim, and to Jen.
Hey.
I also got to say thank you to Ilya and Intellectual Iconoclasm. All their links will be in the bottom. In a couple of hours when I do it. And Spooky is shilling a proper pub quiz. Who's proper pub quiz?
Cool.
Lily Foundation. Very good.
With Lily Foundation, okay.
Yeah. And thank you to everyone in the chat. You have been spectacular. And we will see you tomorrow, I believe, when Jen is drunk. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, I probably will.
If it's after 9 a.m. Eastern time, I can join.
No, this
Probably won't be though.
My six-pack will not be ladies' night. It's been postponed for a little bit. It'll be normal six-packs. So if anyone was expecting ladies' night, it won't be. It'll be a normal six-pack. It'll mostly just be a big drinking session. So yeah, come and enjoy.
Come and enjoy. It will be later. It will be 3, which I don't know what time that is Eastern.
That'd be about 10
11
a.m. East, about 10 a.m. Eastern.
So around the same time as this one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'll get to join. Sweet.
Yeah.
Yay!
Okay. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, no,
Right.
I'll probably be drunk. If you don't have, only pull me in, Dave, if you need me.
If you're drunk, we get to pull you in anyway.
Oh, fair.
It's different for me. See, you're different for me. You come into these streams drunk. I tend to get drunk whilst I'm on them.
Oh, I'll still be getting drunk. Don't worry.
I can't afford enough alcohol to get drunk, unfortunately.
Oh.
I got another bottle. Actually, I'm gonna go buy.
I'm a lightweight, so it's easy.
Right,
I have a really high tolerance for no reason. I don't know why. I just have a really high tolerance.
Why have I got alcohol within reaching distance in my bedroom? There's some people would
same reason you've got a dildo there. They go together. Right, I'll see everyone tomorrow. Bye.
Bye, everybody.